This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Amelia Lee. The trial for a former Kentucky State Police trooper has come to an end in federal court. Logan Howell was one of 4 defendants being sued for reportedly beating Bradley Hamblin after he was arrested in 2020. In the case, Bradley Hamblin accused Logan Howell, Jeremy Elliott, Derek Lovett, and Sean Curry of beating him during an arrest in 2020. Howell's attorney confirmed with WYMT that he was found not guilty on all charges on Friday. A 4th officer, Sean Curry, pled guilty earlier this week to violating Hamblin's constitutional rights. He will be sentenced on December 11th. 2 men were arrested after a reported burglary on Saturday morning. Officers with the London City Police say they were informed of a possible burglary on 5th Street related to another burglary that the Laurel County Sheriff's Office was already working on. Jesse Jones and Preston Lambert were both arrested for burglary and taken to the Laurel County Detention Center. A road is reopened after a large fire in Breathitt County. It happened this morning at a business on Lower Main Street in Jackson. Crews were on the scene for more than 5 hours. The extent of the damage is still unknown. Jessica Umbro talked with a relative of the former owner about the building's memories and significance.
This is what Southern States Farm Equipment and Supply looked like early Saturday morning. And this is what it looked like later in the day, still smoking.
It's hard to know that, when we come back, it's not going to be there. So it's just one less piece of him we have left.
Jessica Schimfessel says her grandfather, Don Burnett, owned the store for 3 decades before he passed in 2020. She tells me the family kept it for about a year after and then sold it.
The original photo, it looked like half of it was on fire. I thought maybe they could put it out. There'd still be some. But seeing the photo of it, there's nothing left.
She practically grew up in the store. At 5 years old, she was already working the register.
I would be sitting there by myself and people would come in and they'd wait for him and he'd walk by and he's like, "You can go ahead and ring him up. She knows what to do." I learned a lot of things from being at the store and being with him that otherwise I never would have had the experience to do.
She says the store burning down is more than just the loss of a building. It's a piece of her granddad's memory.
Like I said, he's gone, but there was still a piece of him here. So even when we would drive by, even though my kids were young when he passed away, they still knew that that was his store. They would call it Papaw's store.
Jessica Umbro, WKYT.
The 2nd annual 5-Alarm Festival is underway in downtown Hazard. With live music, food, drinks, and more, officials with the Mountain Firefighters Association are expecting hundreds of people to be downtown for the evening. President Brandon Smith says the festival helps support the organization's free trainings they give to firefighters throughout the state.
It helps us raise the funding. It brings local businesses together that proudly donate and support this festival, and it helps us for fallen firefighters across the state, as well as offer the free training. We're only one of 2 free fire schools in the state of Kentucky.
Smith says the festival holds a special place for him and the association as a whole. This weekend, firefighters are gathering in Hazard to participate in several training courses. WYMT's RJ Johnson shares the importance of these trainings.
Hundreds of firefighters are participating in the Mountain Firefighters Association annual Hazard Fire School.
Hopefully they're going to be doing some live fire exercises. We've got everything from basic classes all the way to advanced classes. It's an opportunity for our EMTs to come out. We provide continuing education for our EMS personnel, and there's just a lot of things for everybody here.
With several courses to offer, training coordinator Preston Hayes says folks of all levels are welcome.
This is probably some of those people's first trainings. This will be the first training that they've taken, and then we have the experienced firefighter that may have 30, 35 years. So we have a wide range of people, and we try to offer classes to accommodate each person's needs.
He says they're making sure to implement new trainings that they have not offered in the past.
We're offering some different props and doing some different things, and we're providing new opportunities to our firefighters that we haven't made available in the past. We have new props. We have new instructors, new curriculum, so we're trying to introduce that new content and make this school unique from any other previous year that we've ran the school in the past.
Hayes says this is especially important for volunteer departments that might not have all of the resources to access trainings.
It's a good centralized training where volunteer and career firefighters alike can come out and get the same level of training, because nowhere in the definition of volunteer does it say to not be professional.
In Hazard, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
They are continuing training tomorrow. All of the classes are hosted at Hazard Community and Technical College. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.